To remove the HMI, first switch off the system. To do this, press and hold for 3 seconds and the system shuts down. Now we can loosen the 2 screws at the top of the HMI. After removing the screws, the HMI can be lifted at the front and pulled out of the frame. The cabling is now visible here. Depending on the configuration, it may also be that a so-called light module is installed here in between. It is recommended to mark the shifter wiring before removing it. These plug connections can be disconnected much better by turning them slightly. To remove the drive unit, it is recommended to bring the down tube of the bike into a horizontal position. To create better space for working, it is advisable to remove the rear wheel depending on the bike configuration, or, if necessary, to deflate the shock on full suspension models. The next step is to detach the crank arm and spider from the drive unit. Depending on the frame design, the motor cover will vary. To remove the drive unit, we need to remove it. On this bike, the charging socket is located in the motor cover. To disconnect it, simply pull it out so that the motor cover can be removed. Now we loosen the 3 bolts that connect the drive unit to the frame. The front bolt can now completely be removed. The drive unit should now be electrically disconnected from the frame. To do this, we recommend removing the lower cable bracket on the motor. This will give us much more room to disconnect the connectors. Please note with the connectors that they have a safety lock. You can push this safety lock in with either a fingernail or a screwdriver to release the connection. Now all remaining screws connecting the unit to the frame can be removed. Be careful of shift and brake cables when pulling out the drive unit. Once the drive unit is exposed, you can pull it out of the frame by the bottom bracket shaft. After removing the drive unit, please be careful not to lose the fitting sleeve. To remove the battery, it is recommended that you place the battery in a horizontal position. Now pay attention to the fact that, depending on the bicycle configuration, the battery can be screwed on from above or from below. Before removing the battery, it is recommended to mount a pull-through cable to the battery connector. To remove the battery, it is recommended to tilt the bike frame up so that the battery slides out almost by gravity itself. As the battery slides out, make sure that the battery cable, which is routed into the top tube, is accompanied and not entangled. The battery should now almost slide out of the frame. However, it should still be guided.